I'm starting today at the Punch Bowl Mountain Overlook, and I'm actually going to hike southbound back to the James River today from the other side because Little Feet's still not up to hiking big miles. This is, not huge miles, but it's an 11-mile hike today. So I'm hiking solo. She'll pick me up at the end of the day, and then tomorrow we'll do a shorter hike together before she has to head home. So thankfully she's starting to feel a little bit better from the dehydration, but it does definitely take a lot out of you. It takes a couple days to recover. It is much cooler today. We had some storms yesterday afternoon after I hiked, and cooled things off, and I think now it's in the upper 60s, low 70s, which is a blessed change from the lower 90s that I had been hiking in. So I'm going to be heading up Bluff Mountain, and thankful for the cooler weather. Well, I have been up and over, well, not all the way over, I just came over the top of Bluff Mountain and met a couple of ladies who are lash hiking, long ass section hiking, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term. And they were taking a break up there, and we chatted for a minute, which is nice. Always nice to see other hikers on the trail because it has gotten pretty quiet lately. Even though this is a holiday week, I haven't seen as many people as I expected to. So I'm working my way down the mountain now, and I think the majority of my day will be a general downhill trend. But right after I got over the top of the mountain, I saw a little memorial marker, and it marked the place where the body of little Audie Klein Powell was found, and that was back in 1891. And I've heard that story before. The poor kid was not even 5 years old, and apparently he strayed from his schoolhouse, which was 7 miles away, and somehow got lost in the woods, and it was a while before they could find him. So sad story, but nice to see a little memorial marker there to him so he could be remembered. I've been hiking for not quite 2 hours yet, and I'm coming through this area where there's lots of pretty flowers growing, and I know you can't tell the temp from just watching the video, but man, it is so much cooler, like I said, and it is so much easier to be joyful when it's not wicked hot and you're not dripping buckets of sweat. So I am thoroughly enjoying the hike this morning, just loving the terrain, the fresh green, the cool breeze. It's absolutely a wonderful morning, and hopefully, since I'm not even a third of the way through my hike, hopefully the whole day will be wonderful. I've seen 5 hikers already. The 2 that I mentioned, well, actually I can make that 6 because one guy was coming out right as we got to the overlook, and I chatted with him for a minute. He was heading northbound, but then there were the 2 lash hikers, and then also a solo woman, a younger woman, who looked like a thru hiker. We didn't chat. And then a couple of guys who looked like thru hikers as well, and they were, passing me heading north, and so they were purpose driven, and we didn't stop to chat, but pretty sure that they're thru hikers heading north this morning. So it's nice to know that I'm not the only one on the trail. I do have days where I'm like envision being the last no-bow hiker. And I know that's not the case, but sometimes it feels like it. These bushes along here are all, I don't know, probably 2.5, 3.5 feet tall on average. And they just go on for acres and acres. And it makes me wonder, what is living underneath here? I'm sure there got to be all kinds of critters hanging out, and I can't see them. Not that I'm scared of them, I'm just curious. It's kind of interesting to think about what's going on in the world under the bushes. You know, when you hear people talk about the Appalachian Trail, they talk about the Green Tunnel, and I know I've talked about it myself, but I haven't seen much of it lately. Last time I think was going into Pearisburg, so here's a little stretch. Just came out of that little stretch of green tunnel and found a sign here. I could go one way to the Saddle Gap Trail. That trail does not look maintained at all. It's right there, but yeah, even hard to find your way down there if you wanted to. But it tells me the Appalachian Trail, the James River Footbridge, which is where I'm headed, is 6.3. So I don't have too much further to go. I just ducked off a little side trail, and there's a nice little campsite area here. Great for a hammock. And a view. Nice rocks here. Isn't that pretty? You can see the James River down there. Lots of mountains. Can't tell you which ones I've climbed. Probably half of them. And the other half I'm probably going to climb. At least that's what it feels like out here. I just texted Little Feet and told her that I was actually ahead of schedule today and that I would probably be there about a half hour early if the terrain continued to cooperate. And then I found this. Rocks. Trying to make friends with the Virginia rocks, but man, they can be tricky. As you can see. So I'm not going to walk in video. I am going to put this phone away and be careful. This is a pretty impressive view of the mountains and the James River coming in. Really breathtaking. I'm on the final leg of my hike today, and the trail has me walking alongside this creek, which is really nice. I'm assuming that it leads out into the James River, since I'm heading towards the James River footbridge. It's definitely refreshing to hear as I hike, even though it is a little warmer, a little muggier and buggier down here. But that's okay, it's been a really good day. This is the stream I've been following for a while, and I finally got down to a footbridge to cross it. And I think I'm getting very close to my destination, I hope, because listening to that stream has made me just want to jump in the pool at the campground in the worst way. So I'm looking forward to getting there and cooling off.